Hi there possums, you've got Sammy here, and today we are going to be completing a super cute pattern, a clowder of cats. It's gorgeous and I just love it. I've made a bit of a start here. I've just done a foundation chain, 24 chains, very hard to see in this very pale pink yarn. 24 chains. I've gone back into the second chain from the hook and popped a single crochet into each stitch. So our first row, 23 single crochet. I'll let you guys pause here and complete that. Now you've got 23 single crochet. Can begin our second row. So we're going to chain 2, which will count as our first double crochet. We're going to double crochet into the next stitch. This will be the second stitch in because our chain counts as the first one. Then we're going to repeat the next set of stitches 4 times. So we're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, working into the 4th. We're going to do 2 double crochet, into the same stitch. So this is all in our 4th stitch, 2 double crochet, a chain of 1 and another 2 double crochet, so making a shell stitch. Skip 3 stitches and pop a shell into the 4th, so 2 double crochet, chain of 1 and another 2 double crochet, you're going to do that another 2 times. Then to finish out the row, you're going to skip 3 stitches, pop a double crochet into the last 2 stitches. So we'll have 4 shells and 4 double crochet to finish out round 2. I'll meet you back here for round 3. I will be continuing with this colour for round 3. Yes, I'll be continuing with this colour for round 3 and changing on round 4. Okay. Have fun. I'll see you in a moment. Okay, gorgeous people. Finished out that row. Sorry, this colour is just videoing up horribly. It is a pale, very pale pink. Don't worry, this is the last row in this colour. So, chain 2, which will count as double crochet. Turn over. Going to pop a double crochet into the next stitch. And then we're at our shells. So what we're going to do is repeat across as we did for the previous row, but we're going to be working in the chain 1 space of the shell. So 2 double crochet, chain 1 and another 2 double crochet all into that chain 1 space. So just creating a shell in the top of the shell. There's our first one done. Going to complete that into the next 3 as well, popping a double crochet into the next stitch and a double crochet into the 3rd loop of the chain that we used to turn on the previous row. So we'll have 4 double crochet and 4 shells to finish out row 3. I'll be finishing off with this colour. Each colour change will be a different row of cats. You'll see what I mean as we're working. But I'll meet you back here with a new colour for row 4. Okay, Row 4, new colour. Joining into the top of the first double crochet, chaining 2, which will count as a double crochet into the next stitch. Apologies for that little break. Okay, so we've done our chain 2, our first double crochet. Now we're going to do a long cluster stitch between the 2 double crochet and the shell. So for that, we yarn over, insert our hook into the space between double crochet and the cluster in the second row. Yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a stitch, yarn over, insert our hook and pull up a stitch. Now we're not going to pull these tight, we're going to leave them quite long, hence the name long cluster. Yarn over and pull through all 7 loops. Okay, so long cluster. From there, we're going to work into the next chain 1 space with a shell stitch. So 2 double crochet, a chain of 1 and another 2 double crochet. Then we've got another long cluster. So going down to the space between the shells in the second row, pulling up a loop, yarning over, pulling up another loop, yarning over, going in a third time to pull up a loop, yarning over and pulling through all 3 loops. So those long stitches are going to be our little cat paws, and you can see, hopefully you can see a bit better now, you can see where we've done the long crochets, it's kind of left a little pointy ears in the center. Okay, so we're going to repeat that all the way across. Next move would be a shell stitch into the chain 1, a long cluster, shell stitch into the chain 1, a long cluster, shell stitch into the 1, a long cluster, and then finishing out the row by popping a double crochet into the last 2 stitches, one of which is our turning chain space. So finish off that row, making your little cat paws. I shall meet you back here for row 5 so we can get our second row of kitty cats happening. Okay, that bright pink is actually helping our glare problem. So row 4, we finished. We've got 4 shell stitches, 5 long crochet clusters, and 4 double crochet. Ready to move on to round 5. I'm going to chain 2 to turn, double crochet into the next stitch, and then we're going to repeat our shell pattern across. So working into the chain 1 space, put 2 double crochet, a chain 1 and another 2 double crochet into the same chain space. So we're going to repeat that across, just adding a second shell onto the ones we've built in the first row, skipping over our long crochet clusters, and then finishing the row out with 2 double crochet. Mine's a bit curvy, as you can see, it will straighten out. I'll let you guys finish out row 5. I shall meet you back here for row 6. We're back and ready for row... Not for just kissing. That's a bit funny. Ready for row 6. So we're going to chain 2. We're not going to kiss unless you've got someone there who you want to kiss. That was just the show that I'm watching. Always watching something while I'm hooking. A DC into the second stitch, and we're going to do a repeat of the previous row. So a shell stitch into each chain 1 space, 2 double crochet, a chain 1, and another 2 double crochet. All the way across, finishing off with our 2 double crochet into the last 2 stitches at the end, and I will be finishing off with this colour at the end of this row. So I shall meet you back here for row 7. Okay, I am back and ready to start row 7. Row 7 is actually a repetition of row 4. So row 7 to 9 is a repeat of rows 4 to 6. So if you want to follow along completely with the video for the next 3 rows, go back about 6.5 minutes. The first row is the one with our long crochet cluster, then a shell long crochet cluster. So making our cat paws around our cat ears, and that will take you... The video will take you through it step by step. We chain 3, double crochet in the first, wrap around. Now we miss one, go into the second space between double crochet in the first shell cluster, yarn over, pull up a second loop, yarn over, pull up a loop for the 3rd time, then yarn over and pull through all 7 to create our long crochet cluster. So I'm going to let you guys finish out that row. From there we pop a shell stitch into the chain 1 space, so 2 double crochet, a chain of 1 and 2 double crochet. Yes, I am making pink cats and I think I love them. And I have my real life kitty at my feet getting jealous. After that, another long crochet cluster. As I said, from here it'll be about 7.5 minutes back to follow along with the video for the next 3 rows. So you'll have another row of cats done when I see you back here for row 10. All right, gorgeous people, how are your kitties looking? Meow-tastic. So cute. Yes, I'm a cat lover. I love dogs too, but kitties, come on. So I finished 7 to 9. I've gone ahead and done row 10, which you can see is another repeat. So row 10, 11 and 12 are repeats of rows 4 to 6 as well. So if you want to follow along with the video to complete those rows, probably about 8 minutes back from here, maybe a little bit more. I'll meet you back here to do row 13. I will be finishing off with the purple once I finish row 12 and changing over to another colour to finish out the square. I'll see you back here soon. Alright, we've got 4 rows of cats. Our top ones just need some ears. So let's complete row 13, finish off, and then I'll show you how to do the border round to complete this gorgeous square. Now, I've joined in white. Sorry, I hope it's not too glary, but I really need to do it in these colours because it's the final square for a blanket I'm making for a little girl who is my best friend's daughter. I will post pictures on the page for you all. Chain 2 is our first double crochet. Double crochet into the next stitch, Then we're going to do a long crochet cluster, so yarn over, down to the second hole, pull one up, yarn over, down, pull one up, yarn over, pull up one more, yarn over to go through all 7 and complete the stitch. From there, we're going to do a half double crochet shell instead of the double crochet that we would normally do. So a half, not a shell, sorry, a half double crochet into the chain space, 2 single crochet, 1, 2, and then another half double crochet, all into the 1 chain space. So getting that top end nice and flat while still creating our cat ears and bringing our stitch count back up to match the bottom so that we can finish off the square. Another long crochet cluster between stitches, 2, 3, then half double crochet, 2, a single crochet, and a half double crochet. I'm going to repeat that pattern again. So a long crochet cluster, 1, 2, 3, yarn over and go through all 7, a half double crochet into the chain 1, 2 single crochet into the same chain space, and a half double crochet. Then we've got another long crochet cluster, 1, 2, 3, through all of them, working into the chain 1 space with a half double crochet, a single crochet, and another half double crochet. Got 1 more long crochet cluster and then our 2 double crochet to finish out the row. I'll let you guys finish them while I get rid of this yarn bath, and I'll meet you back here and show you how to complete the border round. See you soon. Yarn bath untangled, 4 rows of kitty cats complete. Now border round, make sure you're on the right side of your work. Chain 1, and then we're going to begin working down the side first. So we're going to work 22 single crochet evenly along the edge. We finished on a double crochet. I'll do a corner first, so a single, a chain 2, and a single for the corner. I'm going to pop another stitch in there because it was a double crochet. So it's 2 stitches, 3, 4, 2 in each row, 1 in the corner for turning will be at 22. A single 2 single crochet down the side of a double crochet works up size wise anyway, so that it all sits nicely. And then of course along the top and bottom it's just a single crochet into each stitch. And our Clowder of cats is completed. I love it. I hope you guys do too. It was a fun one. Until next time, happy hooking. Have a fab day.